Welcome back to V Recaps. Today, we will talk about the 2017 crime thriller movie titled Locked Up.
No, free for her.
Spoilers ahead, watch out, and take care. The movie follows the brutal life of Mallory, an American teenager who tragically ends up in a Southeast Asian juvenile facility after getting involved with some bullies at school. The movie starts with Mallory apologizing to some rude classmates. She goes on to tell them how sorry she is about what happened in class, and that she had no other choice but to rat them out to the teacher. Her bully classmates won't stop threatening Mallory. Nanita, the group's bully leader, hits Mallory and forces her to fight. Mallory declines, and she gets tragically beaten up. The girls bring Mallory to a secluded place and continue hurting her.
You're pathetic.
Nanita spits at Mallory and tells her that she hates American blondes. Mallory can no longer tolerate the bullying, so she gets a metal rod and hits Nanita in the head. A random teacher arrives and concludes that it is Mallory who is at fault. The school calls Mallory's uncle and suggests that she take a break from school. The uncle is ambivalent toward Mallory. He picks up Mallory from school and tells her that she is no longer living in the United States. He also tells his niece to stop getting into trouble, as he dismisses the fact that Mallory is the one being bullied. That night, Mallory takes some of her uncle's pills and overdoses. She is quickly taken to the hospital. She feels so helpless and unheard. That's why she wanted to end her life. She wakes up feeling groggy with her uncle by her side.
She will pay, but she is not going home.
She later learns that she will be detained at a juvenile correctional facility for 2 years. Her uncle can't defy the laws of the country, so he nonchalantly agrees. They drive to the facility and meet the persons in charge. Everything seems fine at first glance. The facility is complete with all the needed amenities, and the chief is very welcoming. As soon as Mallory's uncle drives away, the facility staff suddenly changes behavior from nice to rude. The one sweet girl that gave Mallory a tour now disrespects her. Mallory is taken to a different compound at the back of the facility. She sees girls being scolded and forced to clean the corridors. She arrives at her cell and is taken aback by the recent revelations. Mallory tries to call her uncle, but the persons in charge of the facility tell her that if she rats them out, they would kill her uncle. The chief forces Mallory to sign an agreement written in foreign words. Mallory refuses to sign, but the chief tells her sentence will not start until the paper is signed. Mallory feels pressured by what the chief is telling her, so she signs the agreement not knowing that it is a declaration refusing all communications with her uncle. The chief tricked her to sign the agreement so her uncle would stop calling and checking in on her. That is not a place for juvenile reformation. It's a nasty place for criminals and corruption.
Now? No, next Thursday. Pants first, then your top.
Mallory is told to strip naked in front of her cellmates. She declines at first, but is threatened with abusive words later on. She removes her clothes in front of the other girls and is forced to wear a dirty prison dress. All of her belongings are taken away, and she is left with nothing. The next day, she roams around the facility and meets a terrifying woman named Riza. Both of them have the same hair type. It is later revealed that Niza killed her own family when she was 14 years old. She even killed their poor dog. Niza targets Mallory for some reason and keeps on pestering her every day. Mallory finds comfort with her roommate Kat. Kat likes Mallory, that's why she always wants to protect her from Niza. One day, Mallory is called out to scrub the floors. Niza sees her and teases her once again. Mallory tells Niza that she doesn't want to get into trouble, to which Niza takes offense. Niza punches Mallory's face and threatens to kill her. The next day, Kat confronts Niza about Mallory's recent facial bruise. The two women bicker and are eventually separated by the guards. The chief arrives and sees the catfight, prompting her to punish both women. That night, Kat is brought back to their cell with a livid body. Mallory cries of terror.
You're gonna need to learn how to fight. She's the girl. This is one-on-one. It's fair. Fight!
But is abruptly forced to fight the other lady on the side. The chief explains that if she doesn't toughen up, she'll die. After days of abusive and illegal detention, Mallory is taken by the guards and stripped off naked. The 3 guards take advantage of her while the chief watches them. The sinister chief reveals that they know how rich Mallory's father is and that they want to extort money from him. Mallory begs for her life, but the chief threatens her that if she doesn't get the money as soon as possible, this incident would happen twice a week. After the horrendous event, Mallory takes a shower. She cries in desperation and tries to end her life by hanging herself using her wet prison dress. She fails miserably and is tortured once again. The chief reveals that she has set up a fight night for Mallory in 2 weeks. Spectators would come with money, so she better toughen up. The next day, Mallory asks Suchin to help her train. Suchin challenges Mallory that if she can hold the 2 dumbbells for up to 60 seconds, she would help her. Mallory fails. Days go on, and Mallory is losing hope. Kat sees Mallory's desperation and tries to help her train. They eventually make out and become a couple. Mallory regains her drive and motivation and decides that she won't be bullied again. The chief brings in Anita to fight Mallory. When Mallory sees her first nemesis, the reason why she's in the facility in the first place, she immediately regains her spirit and beats the hell out of Anita. The guards record a video of the fight and post it online, gaining views and funds from the deep web. The chief feels threatened by Mallory's sudden improvement and employs Nisa to be her final opponent in the next fight game. The chief also promises Mallory that if she wins the fight, she can leave the facility. Mallory's uncle visits her in the facility and tells her to beg for her father's help. Mallory is not on good terms with her father, so she doesn't actually like the idea. Mallory knows that even if she wins, she won't be able to escape the living hell she's in. The chief and the guards starve Mallory, so she won't have the strength to fight Nisa. Mallory is so famished that she even eats a live rat.
That's disgusting. Oh.
She devises a plan to escape, but Kat tells her that she has completely gone mad. Mallory fights Nisa and surprisingly wins. She is forced to kill Nisa with a knife, but changes her mind and stabs the chief instead. In the last scene of the movie, the helpless women connive and gather the guards' guns and escape, leaving the chief getting beaten down by the other inmates. Life is unfair, no doubt about that. There would be people in our lives that will hurt and use us. People with bad intentions are everywhere. It's up to us how we fight and protect ourselves. And remember, never lose hope. If you enjoy watching our videos, feel free to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you get updated whenever we upload new videos.